Hi, it's Kevin here from Employment Law Solutions. 2021 has got off to a bit of a gusty start, so we have set a webinar to help deal with the employment law forecast for the year ahead. The webinar will be taking place on Wednesday the 31st of March at 10 AM, and there is a link below for you to register your interest. We'll be looking at a whole range of topics, including, firstly, the employment tribunals. Although things are starting to brighten up slightly because of the COVID vaccine rollout, it is still a fairly stormy situation in the employment tribunals, with a 22% increase in the backlog of cases. We're also seeing a slower disposal rate, so a slower rate of cases being finalised and concluded due to COVID-19 rather. Now, that stormy situation in the employment tribunals has led to an ICE warning with some slippery spots for employers. The first one, and the most important one to come out of the tribunals, relates to equality and diversity training. Employers must keep their equality and diversity training up to date, so we're going to provide some guidance on how best to do that, and also pinpointing the key clauses that you as an employer need to be able to recuperate training fees should you train employees and they leave employment. But after every storm there is of course a rainbow. So this particular rainbow is safeguarding staff mental health. We have of course all taken a bit of a mental well-being battering over the last year and a bit. So we're going to help you as employers with some top tips in relation to your duty of care to protecting your staff, as well as helping to identify some of those warning signs to look out for. Then moving into spring, as the COVID vaccine rollout starts to take effect more and more vigorously, we're hoping to see workplaces start to open and staff returning to work. This of course can cause some issues however, because staff simply might not want to return to work, they might enjoy working from home, so we do anticipate we'll see more flexible working requests. However, with staff back at work, we do also anticipate seeing some grievances coming through because staff simply might not get on and might not be used to working with one another. Don't forget, as we move through spring towards summer, we have our annual April changes. We will give you a recap and a lowdown on what changes are being implemented in April and what you need to do to remain employment law and HR compliant. Now, moving into summer, we're hoping to see some fantastic weather. If we can't get it in this country, however, we do anticipate with the vaccine being rolled out, we'll all be able to go on summer holidays sooner rather than later. This of course causes some more confusion for employers. How do you calculate annual leave? How do you make sure annual leave is being taken at the right times? How do you make sure staff aren't accruing too much annual leave? So we're going to be providing you with the top tips on managing your annual leave, managing your calculations, as well as providing you with a how-to guide with all the information you need to calculate annual leave. So it's going to be a turbulent year. There's going to be lots of ups and downs, but we're hoping that those drier spells will come through and we'll have some good weather by the end of summer moving into autumn. Please do join us for our webinar on Wednesday the 31st of March at 10 AM. There is a link below. We look forward to seeing you there and helping you with some of those HR headaches.